Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat going to Denver to face Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets. Denver, 8.5-point favorites, according to Fox Bet Sportsbook. Shannon, you predicted the Nuggets would win, but do they cover tonight?
They win by 8. I'm going to say they cover, Skip. I think it's going to be a very good game. I think I'm anxious to see how they handle the first 5 minutes is going to tell you a lot of the ball game.
Yep.
I think was it the rest beneficial or are they rusty? But I'm anxious to see this game. I'm anxious to see Nikola Jokic on the big stage. And that's what we want to see. We want to see our star players on the biggest of stage and see how they handle the brightest of lights.
Okay, so you're saying by 10-ish?
Yeah, I'm gonna say they win by double figures. Yeah, 10,
by double
10.
figures,
Yep, 10.
So
10.
are you making the case that you would like to bet a case? Is that where
I give you 8.5. I give you 8.5. I give you 8.5.
Okay, I'll take it. For one case.
For one case.
Just for fun.
Yeah.
Because I've had a whole lot of fun with these Heat,
Okay.
right?
I'll get it all back on this one right here.
I am picking the Heat to win this series in 6 games, which means I need them to win one of the first 2 games in Denver.
This is the best
Why
chance?
not this one?
Okay.
Because I believe the Nuggets haven't been off for almost 10 days, will come out a little rusty, and first time on this stage, a little shaky, and be knocked a little off balance by a very physical basketball team that's going to hit them effectively right between the eyes tonight in ways that the Western Conference path didn't hit them.
What if they come out passing that ball like the Harlem Globetrotters and they get layup after layup?
That sounds like the Heat.
That ain't the Heat. That ain't the Heat.
Okay.
No.
Joker, not a rim protector.
Watch what he does this game.
Really?
He's going to probably average 1.5, maybe 2 blocks a game.
Really?
Just because you underestimate.
Well, that would be a complete upset. Maybe they're Destiny's darlings. Right?
When you got a guy like that, you ain't no Destiny's darling. You that dude.
Playoff Jimmy reemerges tonight. He's going to have a very big night. I say Heat by 2, and I got 1 case plus 8.5. So right now, I'm up 8.5 points. Thank you very much.
You know, Jokic might have one of them old 20, 15 games at the half on you.
He might.
At the half on you.
0 for 2 in the fourth.
Whatever.
This is the largest coaching deal in NBA history. Let's not forget, Monty just fired by the Suns after they lost by 33 and then 25 points on their home court, getting bounced from the playoffs in consecutive seasons. Man, I'm excited for Monty. But Shannon, do you think this is a good move or a bad move for the Pistons?
Skip, I think it's a good move. I'm happy for him. And this is what you call really, really leveling up after having another year left on his contract and the Suns saying, you know, we want to move in a different direction. He goes to Detroit. Now, Skip, they're going to have to give him some time because this is a very, 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 very young team.
It is.
Number 1 overall pick, Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Jalen Duren, Isaiah Stewart, James Wiseman, Marvin Bagley, and they got the 5th pick in this year's draft.
Bogdanovich is there as the one bet.
One bet. But, I mean, the oldest guy, probably Bagley, he's probably 25. And he's a senior statesman.
He is.
So it's going to take some time. We saw the job that he did with the Phoenix Suns. They lost 19. The year before he got there, they won 19 games. The next year, they won 34. And the next thing you know, they're in the NBA Finals, although it didn't go well for him. So, but Skip, that's a lot of money for a guy that had just, you know, that's more than Pop. That's more than Spo. That's more than some of the other great coaches around the league. But I do think this is a good move. He works well. He seemed to get along with every coach, every player that he played for except DeAndre Ayton.
Correct.
But all the other players speak very, very highly. He's thought of around the NBA in circles very, very highly, thought very highly of. So I like the move. Hopefully, man, Detroit, it's been a long time since we had something positive to say about Detroit basketball-wise.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Monty can go there and turn it around.
I remain big fan because he's a good man with a good heart who's a good basketball coach. I cannot defend what happened in the last 2 closeout games.
No, you can't lose. Not on your home court.
They're home. You lost by 30 and 30. You lost to the Mavericks by 30 at home, and then you turned right around and lost to these Nuggets when I thought you could get it back to a Game 7 with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton, for what it's worth. And Shannon, they didn't show up.
No.
Does Monty deserve some blame?
Of course.
Sure he does.
Because
Okay.
it happened back-to-back years. The question is, Skip, when you got this young of a team, where's your veteran presence? Marvin I mean, come on, Bogdanovich, you need a couple of veteran guys in there that say, come on, guys. Every time you hit the town, you can't go out. You know what I'm saying, Skip? At some point in time, you know, basketball has to become a priority. But when you got young guys and all they see is other young guys, you kind of gravitate and like, okay, that's what you do. Instead of, they're going to have to get some veteran guys in there,
Right.
Skip.
To me, you overpaid for Monty, but it's worth the wait.
Yeah.
The WEIGHT weight, because he's solid. You can trust him. He has high character.
Okay.
And if you want to rebuild this franchise into something that will last,
Right.
you start with him and you send a message to the locker room. We are paying him top money.
Well, he ain't
to do
going anywhere
this.
anytime soon.
No.
I mean, you
Okay,
figure you'll get at
they're
least 3 or
saying
4
this
years.
is for the duration.
Yeah.
Man, he averages, what is it, like 12
$12
million a year? Whew. Okay, so from the top.
Or 13.
Yeah, it's close to 13. Ownership is sending the message, this is it.
Yeah.
We picked the guy, and he's going to be the guy, and we are going to rise back into prominence with this man as at our rudder. He's going to, and he can do that.
Right.
You just look. What happened in Phoenix was he got sideways with DeAndre
Yeah.
Ayton for whatever reason.
Whatever reason,
I'll
Skip.
never forget what Lil Wayne told me, because he was sitting courtside right down from in that closeout game,
Right.
and Monty and DeAndre got into it.
Right.
Remember, he yanked him in the third quarter
Yeah,
and
he
didn't put him back in the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
And they had words that were audible to everybody down the
Right.
front row. And Wayne said, "My God."
What they should have done is, Skip, is go ahead, because here's the
Yeah.
thing. What happened is that because he was a restricted free agent,
Yep.
you had to sign him because remember, Indy signed him to an offer sheet. You didn't want to lose him for nothing.
Yeah.
So you signed him begrudgingly, and it possibly cost you. But now, could they keep him? Now that Monty's gone, and try to maybe it's a salvageable relationship with the team now, Skip? You think that's possible?
Boy,
Or do you move on?
I still have respect for Ayton's his ability, because he made a bunch of good shots.
Yeah.
He was doing some Bam things where he's making those mid-range jumpers for a while, but I don't know if his motor run's hot enough for me.
Nah. It's got to be basketball. It's got to be
Yeah.
like I said, for no more block shots that he get
Yeah.
and rebounds, Skip. I need more than that. I need him to be a 20-12 guy on a nightly basis.
Yeah. Congrats, Monty.
New
Yeah.
chapter for the Pistons. Best of luck to them and
Yep.
to Monty Williams. All right, guys, let's move back to tonight's game as we begin these finals. Who wins the first underdogs? The Heat just might have destiny on their side. Here's the quote. Now, if you say, how can Miami win? I think Miami only wins because it's their time. They are playing their very best basketball at exactly the right time. How do they win? They have to be a team of destiny. Miami's got to have that hope that they're just that good right now. Shannon, it is about peaking at the right time. Is it possible that Miami is indeed a team of destiny?
No, I don't believe they are, Skip. I don't believe a team of destiny wins 16 games. A team of destiny is you win a game. You see, or you win 2 or 3 games. You're like, oh, man, that's a team of destiny. Skip, I don't believe you were there, Lake Placid, when the Olympic hockey team beat the Russians. Do you believe they could have beat them 4 more times? No.
Well, they just played an exhibition
And
game
just
at
lost
Madison
10-0.
Square Garden. It was
They beat them
10-2, maybe.
Yeah. Trediak was standing on his head. He played so bad in that game they ended up pulling him.
Well, he was having beef with the coach, and the coach pulled him. Yeah.
So that's destiny.
Yeah.
I don't believe you win. They've won 12 games thus far.
I mean, our Team USA did have some future NHLers on the roster, but
the
weren't.
Russians already had NHL on the roster. They were already pros.
They were just a little long in the tooth, and they were a little stale because they'd won so much and dominated
Right.
so much. Yeah, they got caught off guard.
So
night.
that was a team of destiny.
Yeah.
Skip,
I told you, I only got a seat
Right.
in the front row at that event because nobody from the U.S.
wanted to go.
wanted
They
to
already
go.
knew it was
Yeah.
thought it was going to be a blowout.
Yeah,
Watch.
it was on the Friday night, and I was looking for something to write about. And I asked the press liaison, "You have any seats? Do I have seats? What do you want?" and I go sit next to, excuse me, Larry Felser of the Buffalo News, who really knew hockey because I didn't.
Right.
And I'm beholding a miracle. Right before my
Miracle
very
on
eyes.
ice.
Except to my eye, untrained hockey eyes, it looked like the U.S. was just better than the Russians on that night.
Right.
Okay, but it was one and done. Okay,
right.
I got it.
And so that's what when you look at it, right now, the way I look at it, the Heat have just outplayed, outshot, outcoached all their opponents. They've been better when they needed to be better than everybody else. Spost is put on a master class of coaching to get the game close. Jimmy Butler does what he does in the inning, in the end. But Skip, I don't see them as a team with destiny. I'm thinking one game. I'm thinking Penn State beating Miami with that big team in '87, skipping the Fiesta Bowl. I'm thinking something like that as a team of destiny. But to win 16 games...
Well, do March Madness in North Carolina State, Houston. Is that team of destiny?
Okay, something like that.
Remember those NC State teams, the Valvano teams, they won like 4 games along the trail at the buzzer. You know, it was some wild overtime buzzer beater.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a team.
And there's
no
shot clock.
There's no shot clock. And I'm still upset at that because I wanted Phi Slamma Jamma to win so bad.
So did I, because I was covering them because they were from my area and conference because I was in Dallas. And yet Guy V. Lewis, their coach, was known for everybody said, he just rolls the basketball out for the games and says, play, dunk the damn thing, right?
You know, you got Elijah Wall, you got Clyde Drexler, they had a...
Benny Anders, do you remember him?
Yep.
Ooh, he could play. Oh, they had a freshman point guard, which might have been a little bit of a hindrance, but...
Wittenberg, Lowe, Thurl Bailey, Cozell McQueen.
They were
and then
pretty good.
Lorenzo Charles called it out of the... I was like, that's an error.
It was an air ball caught. And Akeem just sort of lost it in the lights.
Yes.
It's like losing a fly ball in the lights. I don't know where it is. Oh, he dunked it. We lost.
At the buzzer.
Wasn't it like 54-53?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Low score because they just dribble the air out of it because you don't have to give the basketball.
Well,
Okay. All right.
Cruz is New Mexico, right?
Yeah.